The beast's jaws clamp down on you. Its sharp fangs pierce your breastplate and you feel it stab into your skin as its venom pulses through your veins. You take 32 points of poison damage. Oh crap, that must be some potent venom. Jeez. Yeah, and whoa, those fangs, they gotta be sharp to get through your breastplate like that. Yeah, can you imagine once we kill this thing and we can use them for ourselves? Hey everyone, welcome to The Grit and Glory, where we learn how to improve the gaming experience. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. But now, onto the video. Have you ever wanted to kill a beholder, to steal its eye stalks and use them for magic wands? Or that dead dragon that you just slayed? Why not make use of its breath weapon as a makeshift flamethrower? Well, in D&D, sadly, you are out of luck. But in Grit and Glory, we've made that actually possible for you. Not only is it possible, but it's the foundation for two other major systems: crafting magic items and spellcasting, or spellcasting component. But how do you do it? Well, that's simple. The first thing you've got to do is kill the creature. And step 2, harvest its organs. If you don't have any time pressure or anything, then you can just do this without a check. So long as you are capable of doing it, you're proficient, and you have the tools available to you. But if you're strapped for time, well, that's where things get interesting.
Hang on, Mr. Daly. Things are about to get interesting.
When making a check, you can harvest the creature completely in half the normal time allocated. But if you are in a super rush, you can do a rush check, giving yourself a negative to the roll, but halving the time a second time. A harvesting check has a few different steps to it. First, you identify what it is that you would actually like to harvest. Then you order it from most to least important. Each part has its own DC and these are added up to make the collective DC. Then you go ahead and make the check. And don't worry, this isn't just one person, you all get to be involved.
You smack, you kick, you smack, you kick. Teamwork, fellas.
So let's say your party of 5 just killed an adult red dragon. Well, now they want to go harvest it. 3 of them are proficient in harvesting tools, so they go ahead to make the check. The other 2 though, they're not left behind. They can still act as helpers. Now, helpers reduce the time in the same way as a harvester, but they don't make checks. Instead, if one harvester has 2 helpers, then that harvester gets a bonus to their roll.
Down, world! This action figure comes with bonus features!
The monster parts listed for a dragon are the breath sac, the heart, 2 eyes, 10 claws, 20 scales, and 20 fangs. So they can harvest quite a lot. The first thing that the party decide to go for is the breath sac. The artificer has some crazy ideas for how he's going to use that to make some cool weapons. Then they go for the heart. The rogue knows exactly how much that would sell for on the black market, and let me tell you guys, it is not cheap. So they're going to make some good money. Finally, they go for the claws and then the scales, in that order. And they do that because the fighter wants them for his cool new weapons and armor. The collective DC for this is 80. Now, I know that 80 is an insanely high DC, but do remember that this is 3 people making the check, and they actually get to add their rolls and bonuses together. Plus, if any of them roll a critical success, then another +5 gets added to their total.
We are saved!
So, let's go see the rolls. Okay, so their total rolls added up to 72. So they didn't hit 80. Does that mean that they just get nothing? No. They still managed to get everything that has a cumulative DC less than what they rolled, or equal to. Remember when I said how they needed to order things? Now is where it comes important. So the breath weapon was first. That has a DC of 30, so they're in the clear for that. Then the heart, DC 20. Now that's a total of 50, they're still good. Then it was the claws, 10 of them, 1 each. That brings it up to 60. They're getting close, but they're still fine now. This means that we have 12 more points until we reach the 72. And each scale raised the DC by 1, which means that they get to harvest 12 of the scale, but the other 8 are completely destroyed. So all in all, not that bad of a haul.
I gotta do it, man.
But not all parts are made equal. Some are marked as volatile, such as a dragon's breath weapon. If in the same situation that had been ordered last instead of first, then something bad definitely could have happened.
I don't feel so good.
You're all right.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
When a volatile part is destroyed, then the GM rolls a d20 and consults the description of the volatile part. In this case, the GM would have rolled a 2. That is really bad. That means that the breath weapon would have exploded whilst they were trying to harvest it. And that would have lowered their total roll by 10, as well as dealing massive amounts of damage to everyone involved in the harvesting process. But did you notice something about the original example? Whilst the scales were destroyed, or the breath sac would have been destroyed in this example, the fangs and the eyeball were never destroyed. That's because the party never actually attempted to harvest them, which means instead of being destroyed, they would have just been left there for another time or until they decompose after an eternity. So let that be a lesson to all you greedy monster hunters out there. Don't try and bite off more than you can chew. And if you do want to finally make use of all of those corpses in your castle, then it's time to try out Grit and Glory. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the website in the description below, where you'll find details about the Kickstarter that's going live in September, so make sure to back it. And in the meantime, you can check out my Patreon for more exclusive content, or for YouTube content, you can look here.